the Omaha visual arts scene has literally created an angle of entry for the world to discover Omaha and for big artistic players to come to Omaha and leave their impact on our community. And this was through, our institutions, the Venus, the Coneco, the Joslin. And through these iconic, classic institutions for the arts here in Omaha, we have been discovered and we are discovering. I mean, they've been great agents of change for us, and it's truly influenced the art that's being made here and the people who live in this community by what they've been exposed to. It's quite an amazing, wonderful thing.
Creighton University hosted Littleton Austin's The Flame, a beautifully rhythmic, chrome-plated sculpture that encourages passersby to set the world on fire. The project earned Austin a Best Public Art nomination. Nicholas Jacobson is nominated for Best New Media Artist and Best Emerging Visual Artist for his work on Reconsider at Project, an exhibit at the Michael Phipps Gallery and the Bemis Center's Flock House. Rebecca Herman, Peggy Reinecke, and Tom Sane, together known as the Animuts, are nominated for Best New Media Artist. Their playful and primal art in motion animation exhibit opened at Gallery 72 in May. Brian Gennardo is nominated for Best Emerging Visual Artist for his fresh take on pop art with Pop Meets Streets, which was at the Modern Arts Midtown in July. The exhibition was nominated for Best Group Exhibition and also featured work from Paul Chelstad, James Freeman, Brian Gennardo, Troy Mueller, Lynn Piper, Ben Pratt, Tom Reardon, Iggy Sumnick, Jordan Weber, Brent Witters, and Best New Media and 3D nominee Jamie Burmeister. Stephen Cavanaugh is also nominated for Best Emerging Visual Artist for his paintings' frenetic, rhythmic flow, expressive characters, and electric color palettes. Cavanaugh brought life to numbers this year in illustrating the children's book, Number Mountain. This spring also features Spreading Our Roots, a multi-artist project in Midtown Crossing, where the trees of Turner Park were transformed. Father and son duo Thomas and Christopher Prinz opened Paper and Seal, a Best Two-Person Exhibition nominee at Gallery 72. Christopher Prinz is nominated for Best 3D and Best Two-Person Exhibit. Thomas Prinz is nominated for Best 2D Artist.
The local art scene is really growing a lot. There are more and more people taking it more and more seriously. Their own work, their own development. 5-6 years ago, there was no art to be seen in public, it seemed, and that's really changed a lot.
The way the music scene has influenced the whole community is that art really feeds culture. So you've seen Omaha grow in ways with diversity, with inclusion, expansions in neighborhoods because people are coming in because of the art scene.
The culture in relationship to the music scene seems to me as if it's like a mirror. So yeah, the culture is seen in the music, and then I think, yeah, the music affects the culture.
Give and take.
Give and take, back and forth. So it's a beautiful thing.
Omaha's cover bands brought on the nostalgia in waves this year. Peace, Love, Etc. filled venues at the Waiting Room and the Firewater Grill, where they had an extended run. With diverse female lead vocals and an array of instrumental capabilities, the cover selection for Peace, Love, Etc. is far and wide. Secret Weapon played at the Applejack Festival in Nebraska City, a Halloween bash at the Waiting Room, the Headbangers Ball at the Lookout Lounge, and had bodies moving at the College World Series. This year, Secret Weapon celebrated their 10th year of rocking cover style. Taxi Driver hit Big Year 25 as a cover band this year. They still played consistently at bars and festivals, but they really shined in their benefits appearances. This year, Taxi Driver played at the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Light the Night, Share My Smile benefit to help CB children and families in need, many veterans assistance fundraisers such as Wounded Warriors, as well as benefits for our first responders. Best Singer-Songwriter nominee Jocelyn had a creatively restless 2015. Amid conquering her graduating year of high school, Jocelyn played at the iconic Bluebird Cafe in Nashville and Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood. Also in the Best Singer-Songwriter category, Michael Campbell bloomed back onto the scene after a 15-year hiatus with his new album, My Turn Now. Campbell uses his talent for storytelling and his discipline for music to create a warm, timeless folk sound. On the more amplified side of the spectrum, John Clemensman and The Party were nominated for Best Singer-Songwriter and Album of the Year for Party All Night, which was released in 2015. Clemensman and company played the Here Nebraska Good Living Tour in July and have been keeping the party going with their soul-bearing blues and rock anthems. Clarence Tilton also double nominated for Best Americana Folk and Best Album for their self-titled release. Clarence Tilton has been touring throughout the Midwest, encouraging listeners to have a drink, make a friend, and rock on. Another contender for Best Album is Best Alternative Indie Band nominee Twinsmith. They toured 120 dates in support of their new release, Alligator Years. They've also been hard at work producing and releasing their music videos on NPR, Paste, Nylon, and Interview Magazine. Twinsmith's insanely catchy keyboard hooks and summer-sounding choruses keep listeners' hands in the air and good times rolling. Artist of the Year and Best Rock nominee Arson City is keeping things nice and loud with their Best Album nominated release, Horror Show. They hosted a sold-out release party and have sold over 3,000 copies of the album. Arson City ignited the stages of Rockfest and Rocklahoma. Omaha rock fans are glad to hear a genre rock CD that can freak them out and melt their faces to this caliber. Keeping the volume at 11, Best Hard Rock and Artist of the Year nominees, Screaming for Silence, blew out speakers nationally with Billboard chart action and radio play on over 30 stations. They sieged eastward to New York down to Orlando, also playing Rockfest, Rocklahoma, and Rock on the Range. With their electric showmanship and polished yet vicious anthem sound, Screaming for Silence took home the Ernie Ball Battle of the Band's first place title. Best Rock nominee Freakabout toured the northern U.S. as well as playing locally at Maha and the Kinda Something tour with American Pinup. Their compelling and charismatic tour video, Fatal Attraction, is available online. Freakabout's premiere album, Don't We All, released this year, features their powerhouse female vocals and dominating bass grooves. Also fresh from the studio, Pine Box was released by Best Country nominee Sack of Lions. Sack of Lions took their steel guitars, heartbreak lyrics, and beautiful rough-edge vocals and hit the road with the Nashville Hit Songwriters Tour this year. Omaha's country music scene fell in love with Best Country nominees, the Dylan Bloom Band's new hit, Fall Time, which has reached radio waves near and far. While touring to support the new tunes and old faves, Bloom Band shared the stage with country standards Tracy Lawrence, Neil McCoy, Chris Cagle, and Lee Brice. The Dylan Bloom Band also collaborated with other artists to mount the Good Life Country Jam. Also no stranger to the radio is Best DJ nominee DJ Shorty, who hosts the Old School Power Lunch weekdays on Power 106.9 from noon to 1. Shorty opened for Bone Thugs and Harmony and Logic this year. DJ Melly Mel, another artist in the running for Best DJ, celebrated 15 years in radio this year. She has a weekly hip-hop and soul show Saturdays on KZUM, Lincoln's not-for-profit station. Omaha welcomes to the folk scene Best Americana and Folk and Best New Artist nominees Pleiades and the Bear. They released their new EP this year, Still the Night, featuring complex and satisfying three-part harmonies and hopeful lyrics that are making listeners swoon. Best R&B and Soul nominated artist, Edom, hosted Edom Presents Gifts for the Soul, highlighting a medley of talented artists. Edom drifted listeners away with her gorgeous voice in Verbal Gumbo and other intimate venues across the city.
Every year it seems more and more people are a little bit aware of that we have a very vital, artistic, original music scene in the city and come out and support it. I think it gives the city a certain, definitely a certain sense of culture that without it, wouldn't be there.
What excites me most is I feel like it's being a part of a movement because it is so fresh and so new. It feels like you're part of something as a whole, you're leading it, and it's not just a bunch of individual people. There's a chance to really make something big here in Omaha, and I really love that potential.
In March, Snap produced Harbor, an offbeat family comedy drama. The multi-talented Caitlin McClincy earned a nomination for Best Actress in a Play for her charmingly aggravating portrayal of dysfunctional button pusher Donna. A Best Supporting Actor in a Play nomination went to Noah Diaz as Kevin, a struggling, constantly compromising writer. Raleigh Welsh won a nomination for Best Youth Performer for her refined, level-headed portrayal of Dottie. Harbor is also nominated for Best Comedic Play. Also winning laughs from audience after audience, Best Comedic Play nominee, I Hate Hamlet, was produced at the Playhouse. Ablin Robin earned his Best Director of a Play nomination for leading the hilarious cast. Ben Beck's comical, scathingly satirical portrayal of actor Andrew earned him a Best Actor in a Play nomination. A Best Supporting Actor in a Play nomination went to Kevin Barrett for drawing wisdom and cutting hilarity out of his role as dead veteran actor John Barrymore. Kim Jubinville also earned a Best Supporting Actress in a Play nomination for playing Lillian, a harshly German, tar-lunged actor's agent. I Hate Hamlet also excelled from a technical standpoint, earning Jim O'Thus a nomination for Outstanding Scenic Design and John Chibalisco a nomination for Outstanding Sound Design. The Playhouse also featured a lavish production of Jesus Christ Superstar. Roderick Tillman earned a Best Actor nominee for his stunning portrayal of Judas. Ronnie Shelley Perez is nominated for Best Supporting Actor in a Musical for her role as Mary Magdalene, whose performance of the song I Don't Know How to Love Him left audiences awestruck. Creighton University Theater's production of Cabaret accumulated a total of 12 OEAA nominations, including bold and ever-ambitious Amy Lane for Best Director of a Musical. Best Actor and Actress in a Musical nominations went to Ephraim Harnsberger and Colleen Kilkenny. Best Supporting Actor and Actress in a Musical nominations went to Mike Palmrooder and Judy Radcliffe. An Outstanding Lighting Design nomination went to Bill Van Diest. Matthew D. Hamill and Bill Van Diest both earned Best Prop Design nominations. Hamill was also nominated for Best Scenic Design. Lindsay Pape's gorgeous costume design earned her a nomination. Patrick Roddy earned an Outstanding Choreographer for his creative dance direction, and Stephen Shefts is nominated for Outstanding Musical Direction. Cabaret is nominated for Best Musical. On the minimalist side of the spectrum, the Candy Project's hysterical production of Gutenberg, the musical, was nominated for Best Musical. Randall T. Stevens earned a Best Director nomination for directing Omaha Comedy Cornerstones and Best Actor nominees Dan Chevalier and Steve Krambeck. A Best Music Direction nominee went to Timothy Vallier. Bellevue Little Theater's production of romantic comedy Sabrina Fair pulled the best out of a tremendous script and cast to earn a Best Comedy nomination. The Shelter Belt hosted the world premiere of Jeremy Johnson's poetic workplace comedy, In the Jungle You Must Wait, nominated for Best Premiere of a New Original Local Script. Ballet Nebraska's Momentum is nominated for Best Dance Production. Momentum showcased new takes on classic pieces and amazing physical talent in choreography direction. Blue Barn hosted a heavily nominated production of Our Town. The Best Dramatic Play nominee was directed by the decorated and renowned Susan Clement Toberer, earning her a Best Director nomination. Best Actor and Actress nominations went to Niels Holland and Kelsey Weston for their compelling performances. Best Supporting Actress nominations went to Julie Huff and Moira Mangiamelli. An Outstanding Lighting Design nomination went to Carol Weisner. Martin Magnuson earned an Outstanding Scenic Design nomination for the set. The musical, The Secret Garden, was performed at the Chanticleer Theater in May. Wonderful singing talent propelled the production from beginning to end. Emma Johnson earned a nominee for Best Youth Performer in the lead role.
Folks in the Omaha theater community really start to stretch not only with their performance disciplines, but also into different areas such as directing, writing, playwriting, doing a lot more different types of challenges that I think a lot of cities you don't get to see.